The Downtown Crossing Boston Alliance Markets are a weekly Thursday and Friday event that feature locally owned businesses from around the Boston area. Smitty Waters owns the Elephant in the Room apparel, a brand that he decided to start during the pandemic when there was a lot of social unrest and protesting. The brand's motto is, according to the website, quote, a clothing line that infuses each garment with a dose of positivity and inspiration that transcends mere fashion. Waters emphasizes that one of his favorite aspects of the markets is the diversity of his customers.
And what's great is that my demographic is everyone: white, black, male, female, straight, gay, urban, suburban, rich, poor, doesn't matter. Everyone is affected by the brand. So it's been great sitting in the city and talking to people from different countries coming to visit and letting them know what the mission is and having them join the herd.
Waters emphasizes that the goal of his business was never to make a profit, but rather to bring people together. He wants people to come together to create a world filled with empathy and where everyone is social and socially accepted. Waters also shares a sense of aggravation as he believes people are no longer willing to have important conversations that need to be had.
We're walking away from important conversations, whether it's race-related, gender issues, substance abuse, depression, mental health, whatever it may be. So the end goal is social empathy through healthy dialogue. So I always tell people, join the herd, spread the word, and let's create a stampede of social empathy because we need that today.
Waters also explains that another portion of his end goal is healing society. He wants to bring people back together and create a society where people can realize that no matter the background, people have more in common than they think and are too quick to judge each other.
More than ever, more than anything, my end goal is to build social empathy and make it easier for people to communicate with each other. Because when you can be across the room and you'll judge each other without talking, but once you start to speak to someone, you realize, wow, I have more in common with this person than I thought. So at the end of the day, I hope to play a big part in healing society one conversation at a time. My hope is to leave the world a better place than I found it.
According to Bizworth.com, over 40,000 businesses exist in the Boston regional area. However, a small local business can be oftentimes looked over and erased as major companies monopolize on the city. Huge companies like Hasbro and Lego, for example, moved their headquarters to Boston just this past year. Markets like the Downtown Crossing Market are one of the few opportunities for small businesses to get publicity for their products. When asked about the importance of markets like such, Waters had this to say.
Oh, very important because local businesses like myself, local black businesses as well like myself and others, get a chance to put yourself out here to the public and spread your word, spread your product, and get reception and if people love your product, that's also another payday because people love what you do. Create it with your hands and your own mind, and people want to buy it. So that's great. It creates a market for us. It's another way of us making an income, and again, it's spreading the word. We got a lot of people joining the herd,
Another vendor at the market was Mark Rollstone, an artist who sells paintings after being laid off during the Great Recession through his small business named Mark Art. Similar to Waters, Rollstone believes these markets are important for small businesses and for both vendors and customers to get out of their comfort zones and talk with each other. Once a shy artist, Mark now enjoys his conversations with people from all over.
I think it's the first hands-on experience people have with selling to the public. I had never done anything like this before. You definitely get out of your comfort zone. I used to hide behind my booth from customers. Now, I want to talk to people because sometimes it can be pretty boring when you're not making sales. But it is a lot of work, but I can't see doing anything else at this point.
Rollstone explains that once he left the corporate lifestyle, he never wants to go back. He says that he can't imagine ever going back, really emphasizing his love for running his local small art business.
I graduated from Mass College of Art. with an illustration major. I worked for 15 years for different companies as a graphic artist. 2009, I got laid off in the Great Recession, and I didn't want to go back to the office. So I just started doing my own thing and selling my work at art fairs and street shows.
A passion for animals is what leads Rollstone to dedicate most of his artwork to animal-themed designs. His booth filled with art of cats, dogs, and lots of animals in different outfits, hats, and backgrounds attracts customers that are passing through.
Most of my art is all animal-based, and I'm an animal lover. I have cats and dogs, so they're an endless source of entertainment and inspiration.
According to NewYorkFed.org, as of 2025, graduates holding a fine arts degree face a 7% unemployment rate, while those with a graphic design degree face a 7.2% unemployment rate, landing them on the 4th and 5th highest degree with unemployment rate spots behind anthropology, physics, and computer engineering. Mark Rollstone wants to add this advice for anyone who wants to pursue art in their future, whether through a small business like his or through a larger professional scale like his background before.
I would just say work at your craft every day. Look for any and all opportunities that come your way or try to make your own.
Elon Dagan, a political science major at Suffolk University, was walking through downtown Crossing with his friend when they stumbled upon the market. With the greater Boston area being home to over 50 colleges and universities like Suffolk, markets are a great way for college students to get out, to buy and try products from locally owned businesses. Dagan was sampling and buying from a coffee vendor located in the market. He is no stranger to browsing around markets and picking up some products along the way.
You know, every time I see a market, I like to walk through it a little bit. It is a little expensive, but now and then I like to walk out with something.
Dagan also enjoys the diversity of products that are offered at the market. He claims that every time he walks through, there are different products and vendors for people to explore and buy from. According to the Market Spread website for the Boston Alliance Markets, over 46 vendors are in rotation every Friday and Thursday, getting chances to display and sell their products at the markets. Dagan says his favorite aspect is the diversity of the vendors and that it's important to the markets.
I think I'd say as much diversity as possible. Like if everything was the same, it wouldn't be as fun. I think the fact that every time I come here, there's something new to, look, taste, or try, makes it fun. I like that. I like the diversity of it.
Dagan believes local markets like the Boston Alliance Downtown Crossing Market are important for the local community and are a great place to bring friends and family, just like he did with his university friend.
I think markets like this are important, for sure. I mean, it brings in the local community to get out a little bit, get some, new products, entrepreneurship, family-owned stuff. And it's just a vibe. You walk in with your family, your friends, and, get some homemade stuff.
Similar to Dagan, other college students were attending the market, most of which spontaneously as they spotted it while running their errands. Sophia Schiappa, a sophomore volleyball player at Emerson College, was browsing the market with her teammates and friends, completely by accidentally running into the market while doing some shopping. Ironically, the market is located right in between some major corporate businesses like Macy's, Primark, Roach Bros, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Cane's, and many more. Being nestled between these corporate giants further makes the market stick out more and allows for the vendors to advocate for the importance of their small businesses in comparison to the giant monopolies around them. Schiappa and her friends simply ran into the market and appreciate events like the market being available in the city. When asked about how she discovered the market, Schiappa had this to say.
Just by walking by, I don't know, it's just there's always fun events going on in Boston, and so we just came to shop at Primark, and we came and saw the market that was open, and so we wanted to look around.
College students in the Boston area make up an enormous chunk of the city's annual economy. According to bostonplans.org, students and student visitors spend on average $1.7 billion a year in the city of Boston. This money is spent in food, rent, entertainment, and more as students seek their higher education pursuits. The Downtown Crossing Market is a great event, free of any entry costs, to keep college students entertained, but also to allow for them to explore businesses other than the chains and corporate giants that make up a large chunk of the city's lifestyle. While offering free entertainment for college students, attendance also benefits the vendors, as they look to get more sales and exposure if more people are attending the free market. For Skiappa and her friends, it was just a 5-minute walk from her campus and allows for her to look at the stores like Smitty Waters' clothing line and Mark Rollstone's art booth.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a 5-minute walk from our campus, and so it's very easy, very accessible, and so I definitely think it'd be good for Emerson students to come out and see and have fun at.
With the crowd picking up quickly at the market as the evening went by, Skiappa pointed out the market's importance to both the vendors, but also the Boston community attending and browsing through the market.
I think it really helps local businesses put themselves out there, and it also fosters a sense of community. Obviously there's a lot of, people walking around looking at the shops, and so I think it helps with both of those things.
The 2025 Downtown Boston Alliance Arts Markets run every Thursday and Friday starting at 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. and will continue to happen until the last market for the year on October 24th. For more information on the markets, you can visit marketspread.com and search for the Boston Alliance Arts Markets. For You Are Here, I'm Anthony Ciano.